Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Touchline Facts. First and foremost, KJ, I think you're on mute, by the way, bro.
Am I? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can hear you now.
All right.
Sweet. Big up to every single one of you. Smash the likes up, hit the sub button up. I'm joined by KG. What you saying, bro?
I'm good. Big up the channel as always. Big up my homie Touch. Big up the chat. Yeah, run up them likes. I just saw the title of the video. Mud Brothers. Yo, how the mighty have fallen, Touch. How the mighty have
Yeah,
fallen.
but we're on our way back, mate. We're on our way back. You lot are going even deeper. It's getting worse for me, It's gonna get worse for me, It's gonna get worse for me for you lot.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be another summer of absolute dross. But we've got quite a bit to talk about. I'm saying Luis Enrique, Man United. I mean, don't say I didn't tell you lot, pal, because it's gonna happen, mate. I'm telling you, he's gonna be Man United's next manager next season. Manchester United, Luis Enrique, and we'll be back to the glory days. Big up everyone. Yeah, this is an Everton fan, by the way. He says, "All right, lads, up the toffees, lads. Chelsea get I think he meant Chelsea get touched up at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, lad. Moses lost. Looks so overrated, lad. He's talking about Caicedo. Big up Malcolm, bro. You lot got absolutely destroyed, by the
Yo, how is the person in the chat a Everton fan, yo? But big up,
yeah, big up Malcolm.
Malcolm. Yeah.
Was it? I swear I heard that's your worst ever defeat to Everton ever.
No, we have a really good record against Everton over the years. Like we
away from home though.
Yeah, no, even at the old stadium. Like I think we had a run of like 10, I think, unbeaten versus them or something like that. I gotta check. Don't quote me on it early, but yeah, that was. Look, Malcolm, well deserved.
No, I swear that Everton have beat you 5 out the last 7 times at home.
Let me see. I'm checking.
I'm sure that because I always remember Everton used to be.
Yeah. You're right. 4-3-3. I'm thinking of somebody else of a different blue team, but yeah, we beat them pretty easily earlier this year when Maresca was there. No, actually that was Rosenior, 12-13. No, that was Maresca. But yeah, we were on I'm looking at it now. We were 4 games unbeaten, and then that 3-0. Yeah, it was peak. But it is what it is.
Make sure you lot, smash the likes up, as I say. Subscribe to KG as well. And Dan, just before I go into this, we're gonna get onto some things. Give me a reason as to why he wouldn't go Man United, because he was going to go to Chelsea until you lot told him about all your Epstein Island stuff that you wanted to do with the whole kids thing and didn't want to give him control. So you tell me why, because if you'd go to Chelsea, he would surely go to Man United, right? Because we are a better football club than you. We're also going to be in the Champions League, which you weren't in when you wanted to get him. So, anyways, just links, and I just feel like it. Just links, and I just feel like we have gotten in the note in Nave Salt. He said that Man United have internal discussions about Luis Enrique. He's definitely high on the radar for Man United.
Yeah. I'm looking at the odds now, and I looked at him yesterday when we were talking about it on. What were we talking? Oh, we're talking about it on Mo's channel,
Judge right? Mo, yeah, it's 20 to 1 on Sunday. I put 20 quid on it.
Yeah. But some of the candidates that are above him, like there's no way that you guys would hire De Zerbi. Lopetegui, no way that you'd hire. Like these are some of the guys that technically have better odds right now. But yeah, I think once the season ends for Enrique, and if PSG win another Champions League, he's gone.
Because there's nothing else to achieve there. That's what I'm saying. And just so you know as well, like just to clarify to the chat, I did put money on Ruben Amorim being Man United's manager with no links, and it come out of nowhere. It was like 20 to 1. I did the same thing to Thomas Tuchel, 18 to 1 to become the next England manager, and both of them happened.
You heard it.
You know what I'm saying? So just saying, pal. When I get a feeling, it usually does happen. So
I'm writing it down right now after the show. Put a bet in. Next manager, Luis Enrique.
20 to 1 it's right now. I just feel like there's. I said it a few weeks ago, and now the last week or so, there's been a few in the nose. Nave Salt being one of them, as I say. He come out and said Man United are definitely talking about in terms of discussions about Luis Enrique. The question is whether he wants to leave PSG. But they say they feel like if he does win a second Champions League, he will want to leave PSG because, like, he's done everything there. You know what I'm saying? He's already their greatest ever manager because he's won in the Champions League. He won them every trophy in one season. So it's like he's already done something. No manager does.
Because I backed you on because Paz, Nathan, and Rom were kind of kind of dismissing it. And I think I was backing you, Touch, and saying that if you look at the big jobs that are going to be available in the summer, so it looks like Flick is going to stay at Barca. I don't think Enrique would never go to Real Madrid, given his background and his playing career and already managing.
He actually played for Real Madrid though.
Did he? Oh yeah. When he was younger, yeah.
But I can't remember why it was, but yeah, he won't go Real Madrid.
And then you're looking at.
I tell you why I won't go Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Them type of managers don't suit Real Madrid. They don't suit Real Madrid. They don't give you a year. They don't give you a year to bed in. They don't give you a year to bed in.
Real like the best managers at Real Madrid are man managers, right? Because they've got the players. They just need.
Yeah, they get the best players in the world, and then
they just need people to manage the egos and the personalities. And I'm not saying that Enrique couldn't do it there. I'm just saying that he probably wouldn't be their choice. But you're looking at maybe City if Pep leaves, but they've kind of tapped up company a little bit. So it's really City, Man United, maybe if company leaves Bayern to go to the City, then maybe Bayern, but I don't think he would go there. I think managers look at jobs in the Premier League and they see the money, they see the challenge, especially given what Enrique has already accomplished. Yeah, I think it's a big possibility, man. I think it's much more of a credible link than what some people might dismiss it.
No, I hear. I don't think Nagelsmann is more likely than Enrique or Carrick personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's definitely not going to be Oliver Glasner, by the way. Definitely not. But yeah, big advance. Smash the likes up on your way in, people, as I say. But Chelsea, man, what happened on the weekend? Because I think I went for food at 1-0. I think.
Bro, it was.
I just won money on my bet because Coventry went 3-0 up and like literally they were blue. So I was over the moon.
I know. The Chelsea you gave a Coventry score on the I was
gonna add that. I was gonna add Everton or draw, but I was like, nah, leave it. Because like, surely I can't get Liverpool to lose and Chelsea to lose in the same day.
It was a great weekend for even for you guys, right? Because you guys obviously played first, right? You played Friday.
We got robbed.
Yeah, and I know we'll talk about that, but considering how the Liverpool result went and how the Chelsea result went, a draw actually wasn't as bad as what you probably thought when it happened. But yeah, man, it's peak for us. Not only is this new manager finding out what how challenging the Premier League is, but he's way in over his head. The defense is in a shambles. The midfield looks worse. The only player that's really looked better under him is João Pedro, and that was really down to more so João Pedro, right? It wasn't like he was getting a ton of service, a ton of chances. He was just being extremely clinical, getting shots off and making it work for him. But yeah, man, it's defensively, it's a shambles. Fofana just absolutely criminal at the scene of two crimes in the last game alone. Sanchez reverting back to type, right? Had Chelsea fans telling me Sanchez is arguably our player of the season and is a top 3 keeper in the league. And I'm like, yo, that's not. If you gave me the choice of Raya, you gave me the choice of Lamens, you gave me the choice of Donnarumma, I'm like, yo, these guys have all been playing better than Sanchez. No matter how good Sanchez plays, he's always a disaster or a catastrophic self-inflicted wound away from fucking up and reverting back to type. So yeah, man, it's peak for us. It doesn't look like it doesn't get any easier, right? We got City, United after the break, and granted both of them are at home, but Stamford Bridge isn't the fortress that it was. So yeah, it's absolutely peak for us. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
You best hope you win that game against Man United. You best hope you do.
I know. We got £100 bet on.
You better hope.
I need at least. You remember the video with JM when he ate the hot chili?
Yeah.
That was my bet with him. It was whoever loses has to eat the hot chili. So I ordered some from Amazon. He ordered some.
Yeah, you slapped them up, but we're not Villa. We beat them.
Ourselves. But yo, we conceded the first goal after like 5 minutes in that game. So we had to come back. Yeah. I was really nervous, but yeah, £100. We'll see. I got to do the math, see what that translates into US.
It's probably like 110 something like that.
Yeah, so that's depending on what it is, but. Yeah. I see it in the stat. I see Mustafa says Mason Mount might score against Chelsea. I wonder what his reaction would be, because he didn't leave on the best of terms. But I don't think
but the Chelsea fans boo him though. Enzo always tries to scrap him every time we play.
Yeah,
every time Enzo always tries to scrap him, trying to get some proper Chelsea points.
Always. Yeah, Enzo. Enzo shows a lot of fight, but not when it matters. So we'll see. But I'm not worried about Mason Mount. I'm more worried about Cunha. I'm more worried about Mbeumo on the break.
Yeah, Cunha scored a hat trick at the bridge before, didn't he?
Yeah, for Wolves, yeah.
So, yeah, he loves a game like this where he's got a bit of space to run into.
Yeah, and you're going to get space when you play us. So you're going to get opportunities, and your midfield has been playing well. Bruno's been kind of reverting back to the best version of Bruno, and yeah, for you guys, well, no, because Maguire will miss. Who do you play next?
Leeds at home.
So Maguire will miss that one, and then he'll be back for Chelsea.
Yeah, because it's only
one game.
It's not a dangerous one, isn't it? It's only one game. Yeah, right. So that's good as well. To be fair, Maguire at the bridge, them type of games, Maguire usually gets booking because it's a small pitch, it's compact. He usually doesn't get booked. That's what I'm saying. I was looking at the game so he would get booked, and I was like Maguire because it's small pitch. This guy always gets booked on a small pitch. I don't know why, but in a big pitch, he seems to be able to do it fine. But on a small pitch, it's a bit compact. Players just blitz past him, and he gets caught. Yeah, Leeds.
What's going on with De Ligt and Martinez?
Martinez was supposed to be out for 2 games. He's now been out for 4 games, I believe. He was supposed to be back for the Villa game. He's now, he's been out since then, and then we played another game after that. I honestly don't know if he's going to be back for the Chelsea game. I hope he is, because apparently it was a calf injury, but it was supposed to be only for 2 weeks, and now he's out. But De Ligt, I said when De Ligt got injured, I said, I guarantee you he's out for longer than what they said he was going to be. I think they said he was going to be out for a month. I said, I guarantee he's out for about 2. He's been out for about 4. Yeah. They're saying he might even be out for the season. So there's some rumours it's not actually injury, and apparently he broke up with his wife, and apparently he's gone through depression. I don't know if that's true or not. I honestly think, if that's the case, then sell him, because that's embarrassing. Yeah. That's honestly truly embarrassing. You're getting paid he's literally getting paid 200k a week. Do you get what I'm saying? And what you think some guy who gets paid £1,000 a week, is going to sit there and break up with his wife.
Deal with it, bro.
And he's got to deal with it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand you're playing a professional football.
Do you think you think maybe he's being extra cautious since it's a World Cup summer?
Yeah, but he might not even get into the World Cup squad because he's barely played.
Yeah, that's true.
He was half decent at times when he played, but
yeah.
For me, at the minute, I wouldn't mind De Ligt back, but to be honest with you, I just want Lissandro back. Give me Lissandro back. I don't care about De Ligt.
He was playing well. After his last injury, he was playing pretty well when he came back, right? Because really that was like when you guys went on your run, like Arsenal. I think he played well. City, I think he played well. I'm not a huge fan of Martinez, but when he does play, I see there's a lot of good things I like about him. I just don't like his
really good.
Yeah, I just don't like his availability. I just think he's just too injury prone.
No, I definitely agree with that. Smash these likes up, by the way, people. But yeah, I definitely do agree that his availability. But obviously, he's just come back from an ACL, and everyone that comes up from an ACL, they end up having a few muscle injuries.
Yeah.
So you don't know. I would have personally managed his minutes as personally what I think we should have done.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see, bro. I think maybe the medical team might try to sort that out soon. But listen, he's obviously think about his World Cup year for him as well, and he's a world champion already. And this will be the World Cup he actually plays in, because I don't think they're going to start Otamendi in. And he's better than Romero anyways. He's mild better than Romero. Romero's a scrub.
Yeah.
So for me, if he can start, he'll probably try getting there.
Yeah, he should be. I don't know who else is in contention for him besides those two. But in 2026, really, Otamendi. I know he's Benfica, right? I think, or something like that.
He's like 37 or something.
And we know what Otamendi is like. You got one rash center back in Romero, and then Otamendi is just as rash and just as volatile.
Argentinians are just rash in general.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Messi's the only one that I've seen Messi strangle someone, on the pitch.
Yeah.
Because they've all got a rush of blood to their head.
Even Martinez is like, he's not to the extreme of Romero, but he's definitely a feisty character. Like, he's not going to back down. He's gonna, he's not going to take any shit from anybody. But it'll be interesting to see, because I think a lot of guys are going to have their eye on that in the summertime. See how
you're definitely on something there. I don't know. Hopefully Lissandro is fine. Hopefully he is. he does come
Yeah.
back soon and gets.
What about Dorgo? I saw somebody put in the chat about
Yeah,
Dorgo
he'll be back
training.
for the. Oh, that'd be good if he can come back on form.
Yeah,
The way he was playing, I think him against Chelsea in behind will be a great thing.
He was good when he was playing like left wing for you guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bring him off the bench or sake against you. I think he will be back for you lot. I'm pretty sure because he was
Yeah.
supposed to be back for after the international break, which is now happening. So yeah, it was 10 weeks. 8 to 10 weeks.
He gives you like more of a traditional winger, right? Like pace and power up and down.
Just pace. Just pacing behind.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. You know, if you guys get healthy down the stretch, that'll be a huge. I mean, I already think you guys are a lock for third or fourth. Given the 1 game a week, given the fixtures list that you guys have compared to us and compared to Villa, because Villa's got. I think Villa ends the season with Man City, and then before that they've got Liverpool. So their run-in is crazy too. Proper Charles Dan. Stamford Bridge is one of the smallest pitches in
it is. I'll never be convinced it's not a small pitch. I know that apparently statistically it's not small, but I'm not. I don't care. But I've got eyes and I can see that it's a tiny pitch. I can see, like Thiago Silva was jogging around the pitch at like 40 years of age, and he was literally. I'm not getting. Like it's nowhere near as big as Old Trafford. Nowhere near as big as Old Trafford. Old Trafford's massive.
The stands, like some of it too, is just the visuals because the stands and the ad boards are a little bit closer, but it's definitely a smaller. Like I used to go before I had kids. I used to go to 1 game every year, and then it just got to be way too expensive with kids and things like that. But it's a small. Like have you been to Stamford Bridge before? Like inside?
No, never in Stamford Bridge.
It's crazy because it's small. It's like sunken into the ground, right? Just based off of where it is. Like you know where like West London is just a very posh area, and so there's not that much space and room for a proper stadium. But it's definitely
I heard about the flats and that. Abramovich tried to buy him out, and then one guy said he doesn't want to move.
I know.
I agree though. Unless you pay me like millions of pounds, I'm not moving. Like, imagine you support Chelsea and you live right next to the ground.
Everybody's got a price. But maybe
you can watch. Imagine you can watch the game without paying. You can watch it from your own flat. Do you know what I'm saying? Just without even going to like. It'd be crazy.
It depends on what that Roman offer was. If that Roman offer was like you said, if it was a couple million, then yeah, I'd be like, you know what? Throw some season tickets in there too, and then keep it moving.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Big up everyone. Smash the likes up, people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like for me, I wouldn't have personally moved, but yeah, I do know about that. Obviously, Chelsea, the fans on the pitch, innit? That's Clearlake and Roman have both had problems with that.
Yeah.
But are you Clearlake out, by the way?
Oh yeah, big time.
Do you not like American owners in football?
No, I don't mind them from that standpoint. I just don't. The way they run it and the private equity side of it, it's not. I don't think their model is going to be successful in football.
Who Clearlake?
Yeah, it's just too. You need like the way they approach it. Like I understand having a long-term plan, but you need what about the present? What about the current surroundings? And the league is there. Like it's City falling off, with Liverpool falling off, with Arsenal probably being the worst champions that we've seen in quite some time. Like it doesn't take much. Like look at you guys. You guys went from 15th. Granted, you should have never been in 15th, but you went from 15th to 3rd. Or 3rd or 4th, and all it took was, and that was considering you wasted what till December with Amarin. So it doesn't take that much to like football is very cyclical. So, but yeah, they've got to go because as bad as Rosenior is, like Rosenier's a problem, but he's not the biggest problem. The sporting directors are a problem, but they're not the biggest problem.
Because, but the thing is, you don't go for the guy who's been put in the place. You go for the enablers, the guy who's enabling him to be this bad.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? He shouldn't be in. He should never have got the job. Do you know what I'm saying? When I saw it, I said he should never have got the job. He should never have ever got the job. I was like, when he got it, and I saw. I'm not going to name the names, but I saw Chelsea fans gassing him up when they got the job. Like he's going to win you trophy. I'm like, bro, like, come on, man. Like, be honest here. Like, he's got no proof. Like proof of actually. He got sacked by Hull. Do you know what I'm saying? When someone shows you they're not good enough, do you know what I'm saying? You take it. You know, you take it by the face value and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We see it.
Matt Law has said, Matt Law has said that Rosenior is currently considered safe, even if the club miss out on Champions League. Critical summer of recruitment. We heard that last year. How many times have you heard that? the mistakes that need rectifying, why there's a lot left to pay for Chelsea Football Club or play for Chelsea Football Club.
But you know how it is though, Touch. Like you're even despite your young years, you're a football historian, right? You know when you start getting that vote of confidence by the board in the media, that's never a good sign.
Yeah, it isn't.
That's never a good sign.
It isn't a good sign. It's never a good sign, man. Yeah, I'm saying it's never a good sign. But
former teams have got the job. The change for us has to start at the top because they're the ones that are enabling the sporting directors. And if they get rid of the sporting directors, they're just going to get people in their place that are going to have the same sort of mentality. So
I think what it is, don't take this the wrong way, but I think a lot of Americans, in fact, don't quite get football. Like it's not like that. For me, it's like even like the stats thing, that's an American thing. Because I know that. Trust the process. I got told by someone who's American, it's American thing. Because the NBA, the draft, if you finish bottom in the league in the NBA, you get the best pick of the draft. So that's the whole point of trust the process. But in football, that's not how it works. You don't get a draft. You don't. If you finish bottom of the league, you're relegated, bro. Do you go down to another division? And the whole stats thing, I'm saying, because a lot of America, obviously NBA is about stats. It's literally all stats. The best players score the best goals. Got the most points, because I watched it in my own lives, right? Don't even know much about NBA, but I've watched enough of it to know that everyone. They have an old app for their stats and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then in football, that's not what it's about. How we got into football was there'd be a wall. We'd kick the ball against the wall, kick the ball against the wall, kick the ball against the wall. Or in school, we had 8 people in a circle. We'd all just do kick-ups against each other. Then you get people nowadays saying flicks and tricks don't matter. No, they do matter because that's how you like football. That's how we enjoy football. I didn't get when we started playing football in Croydon. Yeah, we didn't have a goal. Whereas in America, I'm sure people that play because it's a bit more of a. It's not as forced on you lot as much. Like not taught you like to play football. So it's like to get into it, you have to go and get expensive boots, a pitch. Do you know what I'm saying? A goal and stuff like that. So I feel like Americans, not all Americans, of course, but a lot of Americans, they kind of don't understand. They kind of don't get the game. They kind of don't get the football side.
You know what's weird though is that most of the kids that grow up here, a lot of their first sport is football, is soccer, and it's because it's easier to get into at a younger age. Like it's harder to play basketball at a younger age because the hoops are higher. You got to lower them and it costs more money and stuff like that. But then we transition out of it. But I'm not anti-American owners because I think they could be. It's about getting the right people in place. And just being hands off as an owner and just signing the checks and things like that. And we've seen what Arsenal's owners are doing now. Like, yes, they were hamstrung by the stadium and stuff like that. Liverpool owners are starting to spend money, and things like that. So I don't think it's.
Oh yeah, them two. To be fair, have thought with their stuff. FSG, I think, are always quite good. To be fair, with FSG, but
it's just
ours suck. But the Glazers again.
Yours suck.
About profits.
And then there's a couple more that are in the league that just aren't aren't about. But I don't know. I mean, I don't think I would love to see a poll of like every team that's in the Premier League this season and like their fans, whether or not they like their owners and things like that. Because like I wonder about teams like Brighton, right? Like, do Brighton fans feel like they should be better considering how their recruitment is and how much they sell? Like, I can't imagine that Brighton fans are looking around and they're happy that McAllister's in Liverpool, Caicedo's there. All those guys. And I'm like, what if they were able to keep those, at least some of those players, they'd be challenging for Europe.
Yeah, no, they would. But the thing is, they know their level as a football club.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They know they understand their level. Whereas Chelsea Football Club is not Brighton, bro. Your level is you want to be winning. You want to be winning league titles. You want to be challenging. You want to be Champions League every year.
Yeah.
So and as much as your owners have tried their best to erase that, you've been there before them. So it's like they now want you to become Brighton, but you can't do Brighton at Man United, at Chelsea. You can't do Brighton at Chelsea. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't.
I know.
You can't do it. You can't do it. Like, he loves Tony, but I know he loves Tony because I've heard him say it.
Yeah,
I've heard him say he loves Tony.
I'm like, yo, we shouldn't be. We should not be competing for the same targets as Brighton. Like when I hear us linked to the same kind of players that Brighton's linked to, and I'm like, nah, man, that ain't it. That ain't it. Always having to go around my
Yeah. And there's no games on, bro. It's international break, so there's nothing to watch. No games. It's gonna be a boring week, mate.
Who does? Are you a big England fan?
No, I
Not really.
don't care.
Yeah.
I was for the Euros. I won't lie. I was for the Euros.
Yeah.
Because Mainoo was playing. Now I don't care. I don't care.
Did Mainoo, I didn't see what the England squad was. Did Mainoo get a call up?
Yeah, Mainoo got called up. Maguire got called up. I think Mainoo and Maguire were the two players that got called up for United.
No Luke Shaw.
No. He didn't even name Trent, you know. He named Jed Spence as well, which is crazy. And Luke Shaw and Trent are both miles clear of Jed Spence.
Yeah, I think
and Jed Spence is a relegation battle, bro.
I think the way they gas Jed Spence up with the whole Instagram post of him with the
I think he's so average as well.
Yeah,
he's like Wan-Bissaka, but he's worse.
Yeah, him and Udogie are both crazy overrated. Like they're not. I'm not saying that they're bad players because they're still young and they still can develop, but the gas that they put on those guys, it doesn't deserve it. Definitely doesn't deserve it. But
straight facts, bro.
Kobe deserves it, man. When you guys had Amarin and Kobe was like teetering with handing in the transfer request, and it was being rumored that maybe Chelsea were interested. There were a lot of Chelsea fans that were like, "No, we don't want him because he can't run." And I'm like, "That's a myth." I said that guy on the ball is fantastic. He's good in the first phase of buildup. He's good near the 18-yard box. He's just a very, very good. Like we've seen his level.
He'd start for you, like I don't get it. He'd start for you, like, and you don't need him to run, bro, because you've got Caicedo who just runs around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the fact that like what we're seeing now under Carrick proves that it was a myth that he can't run, right? Because it's just about if you've got somebody next to you, then you've got a good relationship, which obviously him and Casemiro and Bruno have developed under Carrick. You don't need to run as much.
No, facts, man.
Yeah, I'm showing my Chelsea agenda against Spurs. Of course, it's
Donna. You know Donna is.
Yeah.
You know Donna is. That's Donna. Do you know what I'm saying? You know Donna is. Brazil versus France, 8 p.m. on Thursday.
Woo! That'd be a good game. That'd be good.
That'd be an half decent game, but
I've got tickets to because I live right outside of DC, so I've got France is playing Colombia on Saturday. So me and a couple of my buddies.
Are you going to the World Cup?
I don't know. Ticket if I can get.
That's another thing as well. I'm not another thing for Americans. Yeah, you lot love charging ridiculous prices for tickets. That the Club World Cup, they didn't sell out on it, so they had to lower the tickets.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you boycott, lads. Because people thought, I'm not fucking paying that for
it.
Because they thought that people actually would care about the Club World Cup, but they didn't. They didn't care enough. It's not the Champions League. It's not the World Cup.
I know, bro. When I hear you guys, so like I always hop on with like Carefree Lewis, and some of the other like semi-big Chelsea content creators. Shout out to all of them, right? But they're always complaining about ticket prices, match tickets prices going up. And I'm always like, look, I hear it because that's what you're used to. But what you guys pay for a single ticket is what we pay for parking at the go to the game. Like our prices are, and then once you get in there, they're going to charge you $12 for a beer. They're going to charge you $8 for a sandwich, $5 for a bottle of water. Like it's nuts, man. It's nuts.
Yeah, I'm glad I ain't going to UDOT's World Cup, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to the next
It'll be good. Like, don't get me wrong.
Portugal thing.
Because our country's so huge, and because there's so many people from different countries, that it's going to be crazy. Where like whoever's playing in that particular city, like fans of that country or
you're saying because America's mad diverse, isn't it?
Yeah, like so. Yeah. When we had the Copa America 2 summers ago, and they were playing a game.
Yeah, and you have to pay tips.
Yeah. What about tips?
I heard about that culture in it.
Yeah. Our tipping culture is crazy too. Everything here is it's jacked up, man. Like prices for everything is crazy.
Yeah, this ain't true. It was Fletcher who played in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
But man. Like, what I was gonna say? Yeah, like I think obviously the last Euros was in Germany. The Euros before that, when it was in like bare different countries.
Yeah,
but I think in either 2028 or 2032. I think it's 2028 is in England again. It's in the UK.
Yeah.
It's England and Ireland.
That's what I wonder
England, Wales, Scotland, and Ireland.
I wonder what those prices are like for tickets. What do those kind of go for? You know,
I've never tried it. It'll probably be but it won't be that much because for United it's like 60. They'll charge. I don't even know.
Yeah.
For final tickets, you're talking probably thousands because they're so high in demand, which is basic common sense. But
Yeah.
for the average ticket, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I'm going to try and get some tickets for that. Not even just necessarily for England, but I'm about to watch Lamine Yamal live in the flesh.
Yeah, that'd be
fair. You could watch Messi in the flesh, bro, at the World Cup. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This will probably be his last ever World. No, this definitely will be his last ever World Cup.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I've seen Messi 3 or 4 times because all the big clubs always come over here in the summertime, and they usually will play a game in DC. So I saw the I think it was one year. I want to say it was either 2010 or 2011 when they played you guys. You guys had Rooney. It was right after, like maybe a year after. Yeah, because Ronaldo left.
Oh, yeah, 2014. No, it was 2014.
Yeah.
We beat him 3-1, innit?
Yeah. So I went to that. So I always try to go because if I can see some of the greats, like I saw Neymar, I saw Messi, I saw Suarez at the time. You guys had, you guys were coming out of your Fergie area, but you still had some good older players. But yeah, I'll always try to go to a game because you just don't get to see it. You don't get to see that level of football over here.
No, I hear it, man. I hear it. No, I definitely would love to have watched Messi play live. I don't think I ever will do, but
it's crazy. When I go to games like that, I'll always go early to watch them warm up on the pitch, see their touches, to see them messing around.
You got to see Garnacho's touches and him warming up. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's why. Holy shit!
Crazy.
Yeah, they haven't announced their summer tour yet, but I know they're probably coming to the States. I'm just like, yo, I'll go see him just because I love Chelsea and because it's an opportunity to see him on a little bit cheaper. But yeah, bro, hopefully Garnacho isn't there. We see him. Hopefully we sell him.
I guess what you not do? Do you not do it in America? You do preseason tours in America?
Yeah. We do. I think we've done it we did it under Maresca the last 2 seasons. Well, not last season because we had the Club World Cup here. But we did it the 3 seasons prior to that. Every once in a while, they'll go to like Asia or something like that. But I haven't seen, as the touch of Jeffrey Dahmer, I haven't seen what the preseason schedule looks like yet so far this year. They call it the Summer Series. 2000.
Yeah. By the way, I haven't actually seen Saka play live. The best part I think I've ever seen live, I think, is David Silva. He was a
That's not bad. That's not bad.
I unfortunately never got to see Messi live. I don't think I'll ever see him live. I don't think I'll ever be able to get him to see him live.
Really? Because do you go to United games every once in a while?
Yeah, but we're never going to play him again. So I'm unfortunate to be born too young to see him live in a stadium.
Yeah,
by paying, or now it's like he's at a stage where it's like go watch Messi play. You got to pay $3 or $4 grand, bro.
Yeah,
he plays in America or you play at the World Cup or something like that.
Yeah. It's nuts because everywhere he goes here, it's always a sellout. So yeah, it'll be interesting though. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, man. But what do you think? Did you watch the United game?
Yeah. Friday. Yeah, it was. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do think that was a penalty, especially if you call, because I think the Maguire call was a penalty too. But I think if you're going to be. Yeah, you got to be consistent, but we know that these refs are trash. We know that they're not consistent. We know that they don't want to make calls on the pitch because they're going to rely on VAR. But I thought you guys in the first half, I thought you were better. It was a little bit of a basketball match where it was back and forth, but you had really good chances, right? The Bruno chance, the Ahmad like half chance where he messed his touch up.
Oh yeah, mate. He had a stinker. He had a terrible game. Game.
That's how Bournemouth are at home though, man. Like they just grind out draws at home. Big up KJ, Mud Brothers. Yo, you should be on this show too, KJ, because you are definitely in the mud.
I'm above Liverpool, mate. I'm above you as well. I just thought I'd make you feel welcome, so I put Mud Brothers. Make you feel welcome.
But no, I thought you guys. I thought you guys were the better team, if that means anything. But like I said, at the end of the day, once all the results shook out, a point wasn't the worst result in the world for you. With us not.
It actually weren't. But I do think we were robbed. But I'm not actually angry. I know we're going to drop points. We're going to drop points. But I still think we get third because I just think I said that we're going to get third ages ago. We've got such easy fixtures compared to you lot. You lot have got to play, I think, Sunderland away, Brighton away. We just seen Brighton are in decent form. They just popped Brentford. They beat Sunderland. They beat Liverpool.
Yeah.
So Brighton away is going to be a tough game. You've got United and City coming up. You've got Liverpool away as well. And I think you've got Tottenham at home. To be fair, you'll beat Tottenham at home because life, death, and taxes, and Chelsea beating Tottenham. And Liverpool have still got to play United away. They've still got to play Villa away. They've still got to play you at home. They've still got Everton away, which is obviously their derby. So it's like you can sit there and live in dreamland that you're going to take 3 points at Old Trafford, but the reality is you're not. Like the reality is we know you're not. So you can sit there and live in Cow Cuckoo land, but we live in the reality of the world. The reality is we're going to win that day, and when we do, for me, I think we cruise to third. I think we cruise to third. I actually think there's a chance Brentford or Fulham finish above. Brentford or Everton finish above you. I don't know their fixtures.
Yeah, I don't know their fixtures enough to say it. But you know how it is though, man. Like usually the top 3 spots are sorted, and then normally in the normal year when it's everybody's fighting for top 4, it's about who's the best out of the inconsistent bunch. I'm what I'm hoping on is I'm hoping Villa concentrate on Europa League and maybe they drop the ball a little bit in the Prem. There's a I've heard this, I don't know if it's true or not, maybe somebody in the chat can let us know, but supposedly if Villa finish in a Champions League spot and win the Europa League, that there's 6 spots. So maybe we can scumbag our way that way if that's
that would be proper scumbagging it though.
I know. But what did we get last year though? We had Arsenal, City, Chelsea,
Liverpool,
Newcastle.
That was it.
And Spurs.
Spurs, yeah, because they won the Europa League. Yeah.
So, but I heard we're so far ahead in the coefficient that doesn't matter what happens in the rest of the.
I've been telling people that 5th place guaranteed to get Champions League football. But
Wesley said it's true in the chat. So
I think now Villa won on the weekend. Liverpool and you lost. I think they're now. I want to say they're now 6 points above you and 5 above Liverpool, and they've got to play Liverpool at their gaff.
Yeah,
they are about 2 wins away from cementing top 4, pretty much. 2, maybe 3 wins max. 3 wins max.
Yeah, we're
Liverpool's fixtures are mad tough, and so are Chelsea's.
Yeah, we're 6 points off of Villa, 7 points off of you, and 1 point off of Liverpool. The good thing with us is we've got a far superior goal advantage or goal difference than Liverpool. So if we do get it in there, maybe. But I mean, going down for us. What do you say?
It's going down recently. You got stat 3.
Yeah. I know. We're still plus 15. Liverpool's plus 8. Villa's plus 5. Villa's only scored 42 goals all season.
Yeah, they're attacking great, but they've just they've scraped wins.
That's absolutely crazy. And we're not lighting it up, but we've got 53, you've got 56, which isn't far off of Arsenal's 61. So I told people in the beginning of the season, I always rated your attack. Like I loved Mbeumo. Like I thought Liverpool should have been all over Mbeumo because he's the replacement. I loved Cunha. I would have taken Cunha in a heartbeat. Out of all the strikers that were available in terms of like Sesko, Gyökeres, Ekitike, and not counting Isak because he's just in a different tax bracket. But I liked Sesko. I had my doubts on Sesko just because I'd never seen him in a system where he's the sole number 9 because he played kind of with the 2 up top at Leipzig. But you can't deny his ball striking. You can't deny his physicality, his ability in the air. I thought he was a much safer risk than Arsenal getting Gyökeres. And he's starting to pick up form, and he's starting to show why people rated him so highly. Scoring good goals, limited minutes, right? Like I'm sure his goal per 90 minutes is probably
goal minute ratio is one of the best in the league.
Yeah, in the league. And I'll be honest with you, I like how Carrick's using him. Like I like him starting the odd game. I like him being the impact sub.
I want him to start against you though, because against that absolute clowns at centre back.
I'll be honest with you though, if you either one of those guys, him or Mbeumo running in behind against our center backs, either one is going to be a problem. But maybe that's the game you start Mbeumo off the right, and
Sesko is a decent presser as well, and Sanchez just loves giving the ball away. So you lot are in trouble, mate. Honestly, you lot are in trouble, bro. I'll be honest. I'm trying to stay humble because I've got confident before and we've let ourselves down. But genuinely, Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we beat you by 3 or 4 goals. I actually wouldn't be surprised. Genuinely, like, logically speaking, just how we are as in style as a team and your mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the only. To be fair, João Pedro, he loves to go against United, so I wouldn't be surprised if he scores against us.
Yeah.
But other than him, I'm not worried about any of your players, like any of your players. And I'm more looking at your defenders and your goalkeeper, knowing they're gonna give me a goal. They're gonna give me a goal because I'm just gonna press them.
Yeah. You know what the thing is for us? So somebody asked me on a panel the other day. They were like, if you were the opposition manager, how would you set up against Chelsea? And I told them there's really no wrong way to set up against Chelsea. If you press us high, we'll turn the ball over. If you sit back in a low block, we're not going to be able to break you down. So, but if you try to sit in like a mid block, that's probably where we have the most success. But anybody that watches any film or seen any Chelsea games know that Sanchez is a walking mistake or mistake waiting to happen on the ball. So, yeah, it'll be interesting because I know typically we get up for United at home based off of the rivalry, right? Like just based off of past, us being at the top for the mid to late 2000s, early 2000s, or 2010s. I mean, it's going to be interesting. But look, we got City before that, so I can't even I definitely can't overlook City. We scammed the draw versus them last time, but City's going to be hungry. We catch them a week after the FA Cup. You guys are going to have what, like, how many days off do you have? 20 some?
3 weeks off, but we have Leeds before you lot.
Yeah.
We have Leeds and then we have you 5 days later, because if you're on the Saturday, we have Leeds on the Monday. So we literally played Friday and we don't play again until Monday, 3 weeks later.
Gee. Do you think that hurts United or is good for United?
I think it definitely. It can't be bad because we're not going to get any players injured and things like that. But it will definitely also affect us because we'll probably start that Leeds game off shit because we've got no rhythm, no match rhythm. It'll be slower. It'll be just slower. I still think we'll beat them. We'll end up beating them
because it's at home, right?
Yeah, we always beat Leeds at home.
Yeah, you're not losing to Leeds at home.
Yeah, I'm saying Amarin stopped us, but we always usually beat Leeds. Yeah, so they haven't beat us in 15 years. But we'll start off slow, but I reckon we'll find a way to win that game.
Yeah, and Old Trafford will be
a bit more sharper,
pumped up for it too, since it's a little bit of a rivalry. Yeah, it'll be.
It's a massive rivalry back in the day, especially. So they used to actually be a proper big club, Leeds, back in the day.
Yeah, and you know what, Leeds? I'm looking at the table now. I mean, Leeds, they're not 100% safe. I mean, they're only 2 points above Tottenham, 4 points above the relegation zone.
That they've played all their hard games and they drew bare of them. They drew so many games this season, haven't they, Leeds? They've still got Wolves at home, Burnley at home, and stuff like that. So they've still got easier games where you're like, if they go and beat Burnley at home, they're staying up. Do you know what I mean? One win and they'll probably stay up. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like
they've got
they're blessed.
They've got the last game of the season. They've got West Ham away to West Ham. So that could be.
Yeah, you know they set this up to try because they thought West Ham and Leeds would be in a relegation zone. I hope Leeds win a few games. Then West Ham last day, just give West Ham the 3 points.
They've also got West Ham in
Tottenham Hotspur. Send them down, mate. Send Tottenham Hotspur down.
Yeah, they've got West Ham coming up too in the FA Cup. So yeah, that'd be a nice little. But yeah, I'm looking at their schedule now. They've got Spurs too. They've got Spurs this third to last game of the season. So they've got some 6-pointers in there, so maybe they pick up a couple of points. They've got Wolves, they've got Burnley. Actually, you know what? They've got almost all 6-pointers apart from you guys, apart from United. But then that's a big rivalry, so you expect them to drop points there. Yeah, look as everyone, like, we'll limp our way to or I'll say whoever finishes in the top 5 apart from you guys, right? So us, Liverpool, maybe Villa. We'll limp our way to European, to UCL. But these relegation battles at the end, like, that's going to be the must-see TV. That's going to be the games that, like, going to be fiery, going to be intense. So we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. But yeah, it should be a good end to what has been a blast season, I guess.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun end of the season. You know what Sky Sports do? They love dramatizing it all. So
Yeah, everything,
yeah,
man,
I'm sure
everything.
that's why they put these fixtures on. But why do you think they put West Ham Leeds on last day? Because they know relegation, battle,
Yeah,
scrap, and all that stuff. But
I
yeah, man.
know, I know. But it would go back to Spurs, man. That would be like I know Newcastle went down with like John Joe Shelby and those guys, what, like 5-6 years ago with Mitrovic, or not, a little bit longer than that. And I know Villa's gone down, but I mean Spurs, a big six team, even though they scammed their way to Big Six status, the best
Do you reckon they go
stadium.
down? I think they
Um,
should go. I said they were going to lose to Forest, and they did. I said they were going to lose to Forest because I remember I did a show with Roms, and he was saying he thinks now that they got a draw against Liverpool that they will have a bit more confidence now, and they beat Atletico, and it was like, yeah, cool. They might actually end up
yeah,
maybe winning against Forest. They were doing parade outside the ground. They were fucking making it a hostile environment
I
and all that
know.
stuff to be 3-0 down to Nottingham Forest at
Yeah.
home.
I thought the same thing. I was like, yo, they showed some heart versus Liverpool. Like they outplayed Liverpool. Like they were better than Liverpool in that day. And I thought they played well versus Atletico. And I was like, maybe because you know how it is. Like touchy. Well, I mean, you don't know how it is, but you watch football, so you've seen it. All they really need is like one or two more wins, right? And then that will kind of make them, they'll feel a little bit safe. But the way they capitulated versus Forest, right? They've got Sunderland next, they've got Brighton, they've got Villa, they've got us, and then they end
You,
the season with Everton, Spurs.
that's what I'm saying.
So
And they've
that's
got.
I don't think
Have they not got another tough get team? I
they've
swear
got
they've got.
they've got Wolves away. Wolves been
Yeah,
playing
Wolves
better.
away.
They've
Wolves will
got,
beat them. Wolves
yeah,
will
they've
beat
got
them.
Leeds. So they don't. I mean, you can't look at anybody on the schedule if you're Spurs and think you've got easy fixtures, right? Considering how shit they are.
Yeah.
But bro, if they go down, oh my god, we're gonna kill Deji. We are gonna absolutely
Oh,
murder
definitely, bro.
Deji in the
Definitely.
mud. In the
Definitely.
mud. Expressions in the mud.
Wesley says, do you reckon Arsenal make it to Europe? These jokers tried to compare my superior team to Chelsea.
Do I think that they? What do you? I'm
He's
assuming.
basically being sarcastic because, like
Yeah.
Chelsea fans at the start of the season tried to say that. Even Don still, I watched Midday Live, Don's still trying to say that. Bro, I remember they won a few games and he was saying that they're not far off Arsenal and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He still did that.
He
But
was
don't
saying
worry, I'll be doing a show with Don soon and we'll be releasing the Donstein files.
Yeah, bro. You should get Jimmy. You should send Jimmy the link to that show because Jimmy will have a.
No, I can't. It's one of those rival shows. I think Don
rival
does on it.
shows. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
he
yeah,
does.
I was watching some show with Don yesterday with Jimmy on there, and Don was trying
Yeah,
to.
I'm gonna go watch that show. I saw it was yesterday. It was Blue Diaries, isn't it?
Yeah, yo, Don was making. He would not admit that David Raya is a better goalkeeper than Sanchez, and it blew. Like I was arguing like Jimmy was, and I wasn't even on the panel. And Jimmy lost his shit. It was absolutely peak. Like,
But
I understand when people say. I understand when people say we're only a few players away, but you're talking
No,
about.
I disagree though.
Yeah, I do too. Like we're the right players, yes, but we're not going to get the right players. So it's absolutely, it's people want to like. Yes, this isn't a great Arsenal team and isn't a great team that's going to end up winning the title, but they're still a much better team than we are. And they proved it because they beat us 3 times out of 4 this year when we played them. And a couple of those were comfortable. We didn't really
I disagree though that you're a few right players away. I think disagree with that because I just think the mentality in your club, bro. Like you need a manager as well. You need a new sporting director. You need a lot more than just a few players, few tweaks. In my opinion, because I've seen it with my own club. With my own club that. Yeah, we signed some good players. We signed better players than you were signing. We were signing the Di Marias, Pogba's, Zlatans, and we got Jose Mourinho, and it still didn't work.
I know.
So you're in a position where it's like if your club is not in the right, everything's in the right direction. Your owners want to win, your board want to win. They know how to win. They're going to build a structure, long term and short term, and stuff like that. That's how you end up winning. Yeah, I'm saying where Chelsea,
you got to be on the same page. Everybody's got to be on the same page.
You've got to be on the same page, and to me, your club doesn't look like that. Even if you sign a few top players, like as we said about yesterday, you got no leaders in the dressing room. You got no one that someone's scared of. That's why Fofana's laughing on the bench when you're 3-0 down. And people think I'm a Karen when I say this. I personally think I actually do take it disrespectfully when I see players laughing and stuff like that and smiling. Because to me, I don't laugh and smile after loss. I got never a foul, and I'm getting people sitting there trying to cuss me out because my team lost. I don't expect you lot to laugh. Like, you know what I'm saying? And even when like the footballers, like people say that, you know, the ones when they got drinking and stuff like after a loss, and partying and stuff like. For me, I don't like that. I don't like it. Really? Like Casemiro, you know, Casemiro. They lost 7-3 to Atletico Madrid in a pre-season game. And he cancelled his entire trip to Florida and said, I can't be seen in Florida because he just lost 7-3 in a preseason game to Atletico.
I get it. Like, I'm with the party and stuff like that. I'm like, you know what? These players are human. So they should have a life outside of football, and they need vices outside of it. But I agree with you with the optics. Like, I don't like if you're going to laugh like Fofana did on the bench, like wait till you're in the dressing room, wait till you're in the changing room and people can't see you. Because it just gives off a bad when things are going shit and you're seen smiling and you're seen kind of accepting it. Yeah, it's just it's bad optics. And when you've been playing as shit as Fofana, it's not a good look, you know.
No, facts, bro. Facts, man. You know what I'm saying it's just an unserious dressing room. Just like how you were partying when you got top 4 last season. Just unserious, man. But,
you know what it is though. Like, because I agree with what you're like, where you're kind of going in terms of your Chelsea. You should be winning majors and stuff like, and bare top 4 should be like the bare expectation, and I 100% agree. But then I also look at it as the sense of this group hasn't at that time they hadn't achieved anything, right? And none of them, like Palmer was the only one that's ever been around a winner, so he knows what it's like, but he wasn't a main cog in that. So I get it. Like I get it. And it shouldn't be that way, but I also understand. I'm like, these kids can, you know what I mean? They need something, and they need to get that winning mentality. And if this starts it, then yeah. Got to make his big
up, bro. I can't be asked, man.
Yo, big up Logic each and every time.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my thing. Is like people say, oh, they've got to have a life, and I'm like, their life should be football, bruv. It's their career. You know what I'm saying? They're paid hundreds of £1,000s a week to go out there and win. That's their job.
Yeah. I feel you. But then I'm also like, you know what? These guys are like what do you? You're 20, 23, 22?
20. I'm 20.
20. So if you're 20, so like you're I think Garnacho's 21, right?
Yeah.
If you were paid, if someone was giving you like $100,000 a week, you probably would be doing crazy shit too, like in your personal life and things like that. So
yeah, but no. But if Man United were losing, I'll promise you now, I'll not be doing crazy stuff. I'll be sitting in my bedroom looking at a wall. I would be doing that. I might be doing That's it. That's all I'll do. I would be sitting out partying and smiling. You think I can smile? I don't even smile when I don't get paid for $100,000 a week to lose. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just smile when Man United lose, and I'm not.
I'm just saying that. Like, I know how I was at 20, and if you would have given me that kind of money, I probably would have been doing some crazy stuff. But I get it. Like it's 100% like it's 100% like it's optics, and it's not like we're probably, even though you're young, you're old school in the way you think and the way you approach the game and the way you want players on your club to approach the game. Yeah. So I get it. Plus you've had the Rashford drama.
Rashford was the prime example, bro. This guy I said that we lost 5-0 to Liverpool, and he's up in Buckingham Palace a few days later, smiling, getting his MBE, bowing down to the king. Nah, you tell him I'm not doing it. I'll rearrange it. The hell? Because Lewis Hamilton did that when he didn't win a race or something like that. He was actually serious about his job. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I can't be sitting there smiling. I could never smile after a loss, and especially you lose 5-0 to Liverpool, 5-0 at home to your biggest rivals, and you want to sit there and smile a few days later. I'll be depressed.
Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds.
No, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if I was playing for Chelsea, yeah, but even then, I still wouldn't smile. I like, because when you play for a football club, you start to what do you call it? Adopt that sort of thing. Like a lot of players, like Van Dijk's a United fan. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's adopted Liverpool. Do you know what I'm saying? Gerrard was an Everton fan. So was Carragher. So it's like, I wouldn't become a Chelsea fan. I'd personally my dream would always be Man United if I was a professional footballer. Like, but if I was playing at Chelsea, I would be like how Cole Palmer is. I would be set on, in a few years' time trying to make my Man United move. Yeah. But I still wouldn't be laughing. It's disrespectful, bro. It's disrespectful.
Yeah. It's a bad look, especially when things are going how
Gerrard was actually an Everton fan. I'm sure he was an
Yeah.
Everton fan. I got a picture of him in an Everton kit when he was a kid. So I'm sure it was Everton. It was him or Carragher. I'm sure it was Carragher was there.
That's funny. That's funny. Yo, big up KJ each and every time.
Yeah,
But
Rashford was
yeah,
trying to feed all the kids and all that stuff. So what does that mean? What does that got to do with his footballing career?
yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I don't like that kind of stuff. Like, I'll never get on a player for doing charitable work and stuff like that, because there's so many players that take the money and don't do well. I think that the Rashford stuff was just like didn't he go to like Wales or something like that, or somewhere like midweek after a game and like didn't show up to training that day?
He went to Northern Ireland, got in the piss up, and then rang in, said he's ill, and then there was pictures of him in Northern Ireland in the club.
Yeah,
I'm saying, but I got told by his fanboys that everyone does that. Every player does that, apparently.
You know what? Like back in the day, before social media and before people with phones you could do stuff like that.
Really?
But nowadays, you can't. It's just players got to be a little bit smarter. And you know what the bad part is, like, Rashford is huge when it comes to like PR and the noise coming around him. Like he was just dumb. Do you think speaking of Rashford, what is it a given that Barca's gonna activate his buy option, or
they're trying to, what broke owner are like? They're trying to get a cheap deal for it. Listen, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. I wouldn't be surprised if they did, because he's not good, but he wouldn't be a bad squad player if he can get you 20 GA a season. It's not a bad squad player in that system.
Yeah.
So
When I see him play for Barca, he's not bad at all, and he gives them pace, because I mean Yamal's not like super pacey. But
logic, Rashford and Fofana don't have kids, bro, and I didn't even mention kids. So what are you on about?
Yeah, but I'll be interested to see what happens with him. What do you think? What about Anthony? Is Anthony?
He's done. He's already. Definitely. 25.
Oh, that was a permanent. It wasn't a loan.
Yeah, no, that was the loan was in January, wasn't it? And then in the summer they paid it.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was. I thought he was still on loan.
25 million.
25?
Yeah, 25 million.
I mean, look, I'm Chelsea fans they've heard me say this before on other shows and stuff like that, but if you can cut your losses, cut them. Like, sometimes you get the wages off the books.
Yeah, because on this Barron's a Madrid fan, obviously I did see that Enzo come out the way. This is peak when it comes out that Enzo Fernandez's dream is Real Madrid. Crazy.
I mean, but though, like it makes sense though, right? He's Argentinian, right? Like,
no, it makes sense, but it's like it's just mad to come out like he's probably
right now.
The amount of times I've seen that guy virtue signal to be proper Chelsea. Yeah, and then that comes out, that story comes out that his agents leaked that as well. Definitely leaked that.
Yeah. He did an interview, and it was an interview with like
I saw this as well, by the way,
with somebody, and they said, he said some things about like Maresca, about like he was surprised and stuff like that, and it wasn't a good look, and players were confused. And it had to be translated, so hopefully the source that I saw was actually accurate. But I wouldn't begrudge him. I wouldn't begrudge Caicedo for looking elsewhere. I wouldn't begrudge Cole Palmer for looking elsewhere, because look what we're surrounding him with.
What if Palmer joins United?
I mean, if he
it's his dream, innit, though.
Look, if that's his dream, and you guys want to pay 100 mil, I don't think. Here's my honest opinion. Would I sell him to United? No. The only reason why I wouldn't sell him to United is because I don't trust Chelsea to replace him with a player that's of a similar level.
But if he wants to leave, though.
Yeah, but if he wants to leave,
I've seen it that like even Livramento at Newcastle, you could tell he don't want to leave. You could tell he wants to leave. Like you see his defending the other day for that second goal. Bruno, you can tell Romero's. Do you see at Tottenham? Romero's the same. Romero wanted to leave last summer.
Probably Bruno G. Like Bruno G's Tonali probably too. Like
Bruno G. I think you occasionally get players that even if they want to leave long term, they'll still give you the rule. I think Bruno G's one of them. Newcastle fans are going to realise, pal. Yeah, they're getting all gassed because his agents basically crushed the rumours that apparently he's agreed personal terms. They're going to be in for a rude awakening when he actually comes out in the summer that he's agreed to personal terms, and Man United are going to sign the guy. Do you get what I'm saying? It's going to be hilarious.
He'd be a good He'd be a
It'd be
good
unbelievable.
Casemiro replacement for you guys. Like,
Yeah,
I was,
he'd be like Rice was for us. That type of sign, nothing. You'd be level at that level of signing. In my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah. Obviously, he's not like the sitter that Casemiro is, and like the cleanup guy, but he's a little bit more. He's got a little bit more mobility, and he's a little bit better going. Well, Casemiro's pretty deadly on set pieces for a defensive midfielder. Like, he's a
Yeah,
really
this
good
season
header of the ball.
he's always been elite at set piece. To be fair,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, but
he
he'd
does,
be a
man.
good. That'd be a good fit for. But there's somebody in there about that comment. Enzo would cook in the Spanish league where it's slower. Like, Enzo plays well in the Champions League because the pace is slower and the intensity isn't there. In that's my biggest problem with Enzo is that, have you ever dabbled in snow?
Yeah, I saw it. He wanted me to read that out. He said like snow bunnies.
Read it again.
He said, "If you," it basically meant snow bunnies. I don't know why he's asking that. He also said that Barca. I saw that because I saw Papillon was doing a video on it, that I'll stream on that. Sorry, that Barca and I going for Alvarez and Bastoni. Obviously, I got an Inter mate as well. Not Judge Mo, my actual friend is an Inter fan. He says that Barca want Bastoni. I don't know if they're going to get him. If they can afford Alvarez, I think they'll get Alvarez. I don't buy this notion that Alvarez is going to go Arsenal because I don't see him going back to England. He doesn't like the weather.
Yeah,
he doesn't like the weather. So yeah,
I'll be honest with you. I don't see, like, you know how hard it is to get Italian players to leave Italy. Like, it was hard to get Tonali to leave to go to the Newcastle, but they made the money so, like, I think that he's on like 150 grand or something like that. But I don't know. Like, to me, Bastoni is a good player, but I've never seen Bastoni in a back two, and I have serious questions about anybody that's a three at the back, center back in their transition. Like, give me the player that's already there with no adaptability in it. So.
And just on this comment before I wrap up, I agree. Yeah, this is why I don't understand why Newcastle fans have a go at, or are going to have a go at Bruno G when he does leave for Man United and call him a snake and all that stuff. Because, bruv, I'm sorry to break it to you. Do you think Bruno G grew up wanting to play for Newcastle? Like, at the end of the day, they've got one career. Do you know what I'm saying? He wants to win trophies. He wants to play in the Champions. I'm saying we're the biggest club in the world. He's going to want to play for Man United, bro. If we come in,
people have to just realize that, like, you have to know where you are. Like, when we lose players, when we lost Courtois, when we lost Hazard to Real Madrid, yeah, it sucks and it hurts. But at the end of the day, like, you have to know where you are in the world. And we're not as big as Real Madrid. And if a player wants to leave us to go to a United, to go to a Liverpool, to go to a Man City, who are bigger clubs than we are, I can't begrudge them. Like, that's normal to me. Like, it's always been like that in football, where, you know, if a club that's bigger than you can pull one of your players and can offer them either better money or can offer them better football, those players aren't dumb. They don't have. There's no loyalty in sports. Go do what you got to do.
Yeah, man. We're gonna wrap up, lads. I'm literally live on Judge Mo's channel in about 30 minutes. We're gonna go rattle a few feathers on there because I see the people that are on there that are easy rattle.
Who's on the
There's a delusional Chelsea fan as well on there.
Who's that?
Well, one of the positive Chelsea fans.
It's on Judge Mo's.
Yeah, Judge Mo's channel. We also got the fraud Adon Hassam. So we're gonna be live in there about 30 minutes. I'll be there, and I'll be live after that with Ahmed. On my channel. So make sure to go hit the like button up, hit the sub button up, all that good stuff. And yeah, subscribe to KG as well. His link is in the title. So yeah, I'm out, people. Anyways, bless people.